And hello everyone and welcome to San Myshuno! We are here! We are in the City Living expansion pack for The Sims 4 and I am having a great time already. So as you guys saw, Ash and his girlfriend Colette decided to move to the big city for all of the opportunities there, and we will be diving into more of the reasons behind those opportunities and more of the amazing things that we have here in their new apartment in just a moment. But really quickly, I wanted to make sure you guys knew that I was very lucky and EA actually sent me an early copy of the game, which was so exciting. So I would have a little bit of extra time to try to dive in and discover all of the goodies to share with you guys. So they sent me a free copy, but as you guys know from our community updates, I was going to be playing, the expansion anyway. So it turned out just to be really, really well timed. Did you see that car go by? But I wanted to make sure that was out in the open, so you guys know they did give me a free copy, which was very exciting and just really good timing. That's a train! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, well, let's go ahead and start showing off the apartment and showing off Ash and Colette and the changes that they have undergone since their time in Windenburg. So Ash is actually still in his party outfit because just last night he was actually at his niece's, he was at Fern's birthday party. And so he's still in his party outfit. He came straight home. This is more or less their first day here in the big city. They've already unpacked everything and it's going to be their first day of work. So they are in a apartment here. Oh my gosh, an apartment. Look at this. Here in the fashion district, and isn't it amazing? Oh my gosh, the things have changed down here since just last night. This is so cool. So yes, we are over here in the fashion district, which is not where I saw Ash and Colette potentially moving into as our very first Sims to try out the City Living expansion pack. And look at this. Look at how everybody moves and the cars move, and there's like a subway system and train system going. I could watch this for ages. It just feels so realistic, that ebb and that flow and that kind of natural clustering of different vehicles and different people moving around the place and all of these billboards. This is more of a city experience than I have ever had in The Sims already, and I have literally not scratched the surface of what it has to offer yet. So yes, we are actually in the fashion district, which is kind of a funny choice for Ash and Colette, but there's a couple of reasons that we ended up picking this area, and I just wanted to kind of guide you guys through the city really quickly and explain why Ash and Colette, who are still very new in their relationship with each other, let's not forget that, decided to stay here in the fashion district. When Ash got a small bonus from his employers so that he could afford to move into the city, and they had a few things to sell, and Colette had a small savings that she was able to contribute to the entire event. When they first came and started looking for apartments in the city, they were actually thinking about going to the Spice Market, which is a family-friendly neighborhood. It has the Spice Festival, the flea market, which I think as a collector Ash would really love, and it also has, I think, the basketball hoops, and you can do some of the like floor and wall murals. You can do the painting murals. I'm pretty sure maybe over here it may be the murals are over in the Arts Quarter, which is home to the Humor and Hijinks Festival, which I think Ash is a little bit of a tease would really enjoy. And it also has the Bohemian Arts Quarter that's beloved by musicians and artists and all creative types. So that's really awesome. And I thought they would end up over here in the Spice Market district, maybe in one of these kinds of apartments. I was actually looking at maybe putting them in this apartment that has gremlins as the lot trait, which would be so cool. But in the end, I realized that even with the different weekly rents, so you do have to continue paying a pretty hefty rent. I'm not sure if that's on top of bills. I think it's on top of bills to be able to maintain your home. They could actually afford a nicer house. They couldn't afford the place that they both mutually really fell in love with right away, which is actually not this apartment studio, but this one right over here. This is the Hakim House Apartments, and they actually really fell in love with this lot right here, which is historical. I'm not sure why, but it's got big giant windows, lots of space, very modern, a couple rooms that they could turn into offices or turn into a creative room for Colette if she so wished. And it was about 40,000 simoleons out of their ability to even put down the deposit. So yeah, that was way outside of their range, but it's somewhere I could definitely see them trying to move into in the future. So it makes a great goal apartment to try to move up in the world. And then imagine to our surprise when we looked over in the fashion district, which happens to be home to Romance Festival and GeekCon. GeekCon being a huge thing for Ash and Colette because they are both geeks. So they will love GeekCon. They will enjoy it and love it. Turns turns out the Fashion District apartments over here at 21 Chick Street were actually pretty affordable. So they ended up getting an apartment over here instead, and they have not explored any of the city yet, which means I haven't explored any of the city yet, and I'm really excited to do that with them pretty soon. I have a feeling that Ash, being a little bit of a self-assured type, I wouldn't say a snob, he's not really after a lot of rich stuff, but he sees no reason why he shouldn't belong in that upper echelon of the tier of like society, even if he doesn't have the money right now to back it up. He's really self-assured that moving to the big city is going to make it big, and he's going to be able to break in with all sorts of startups and technology businesses, so he's very excited about that. But we'll probably go to Uptown with him, especially because the gym is here, and Ash is a big fitness guy. But if he doesn't fit in there, we always have the Meadows to turn to. So there's so many places to explore in the city, and I'm really excited to do that. And we'll be focusing on Ash and Colette in order to do that. But in case you guys, because it's been a little while, a long while since the twins in Windenburg, when Ash moved with his twin sister to Windenburg, and his twin sister, Holly is still actually in Windenburg. That's her home. It's more her kind of pace of life, a little bit reclusive. She is a reclusive violinist who is now raising a daughter that she got from a wishing well. So Holly has her own story to tell. But right now we're going to be focusing on Ash and his stories, and hopefully he'll be able to make it big with breaking into higher ranks of his tech career. So that's actually his big goal. His big goal right now. He's a code monkey, but he really wants to start graduating up to higher levels, and that's one of the reasons that they chose the apartment that they're in. So let's do just a quick little apartment tour because I think it's absolutely charming. Like I said, it's the 21 Chick Street, which is kind of hilarious. There's so many references that I've bumped into already with so many different things, but it's right over here, a nice little apartment area. Look at all these billboards. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so cool. There's a kitty cat down there. Oh, that's so neat. Oh my gosh, this is so just bringing back memories of when I lived in Austin. Oh my goodness, so many memories. But this is a lot like cleaner than Austin, like the style, the designs, that's what I mean. Oh my goodness. But yes, so they live in this little apartment right here, and I'm not sure what all of these things are. I approve of the green everywhere. Like, that's a major thing I absolutely adore. It looks like Green Roof Initiative is really going on. How many of you guys remember that from our Sims 2 Let's Play? Oh gosh, that's really reaching back. And then down here, apparently there's like different posters that they put onto this lockbox. Oh look, there's a poster. Yeah, on the back of the lock boxes, and you can snag those. You can read the signs to kind of learn. This is like a little billboard sign you can read to learn more about the city. You can come down here and you can hang out with all of the different people roaming around the city, and with as many man buns as are in here, I'm pretty sure Ash is going to end up with a man bun at this rate, because that would be perfect. Oh, and look, it's a fresh produce stand. I'm so in love with this. Isn't this the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Oh, yes, that's okay. You don't need to show me the screenshot dialogue. Trust me, I've taken hundreds of pictures. Oh my goodness, you guys. This would be so perfect. I can't wait till somebody frees this so we can put it in our farmers markets. But these kiosks change. I already have noticed that. Last night they came down and they had some egg rolls and they had some other things. Ramen noodle. I think that's a ramen noodle stand. That's so cool. Look at the food. Look at the food. Sim food is one of my favorite things. Oh my goodness, look at it. It's so cool. And it's got little buns, and it's got little fish and little onions. Oh, this is amazing. All right, so it looks like he's here, and we could order gochon, and I might pronounce these terribly incorrectly. I'm sorry. And bon mai. Oh my goodness. I love this. And then what can we, oh, you can just buy straight up produce over here. That's so cool. So that it could be fresh produce. Well, that's really great news for Colette. All right. So that's kind of just what's in their immediate area. There's another apartment too. I'm not sure if they can visit it right over here. We might be able to, because I think there is somebody living there. And then there is this area right here. So this is a karaoke bar, and I have a feeling that they'll head in there in a little bit to kind of check it out. But today is their first day of work in the big city. Wow, look at the origami. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's really lovely. And who are you? You look kind of like Ash. No, just the hair from the back. Never mind. Never mind, Ulysses. All right, so back we go up to their apartment, but that's what's outside of their apartment. Inside, we have one neighbor, the Pizzazz family. We haven't met them. Oh, what's this? Ooh, We can leave all sorts of interesting things there. I think this is like a little note thing for the apartment complex, so that's going to be really fun. And then this is their actual apartment, and it is looking pretty amazing. So we'll kind of walk you guys in through the front door so you can get the sim eye view of everything. This is their little living room. It's pretty sweet. It's kind of interesting. I might change the color of the kitchen tile up there. But as you can see, Ash and Colette are both geeks. They are both geek gamers. That's kind of how they met. They met in Ash's gaming club called Pixel Arcade, or like, what was it? Like, yeah, I think it was Pixel Arcade or Pixel Hearts, or Press Start or something like that. It was one of those things. And they met in his gaming club and they got really close, and Colette just kind of is a little flirty, and Ash was a little bit lonely, and the other girl that he was actually getting close to just left town all of a sudden. And so he and Colette ended up getting together, and they're still together, and they're starting to try to build, at least from Colette's point of view, a pretty stable relationship. And I think Ash is just finding it a convenient situation at the moment. So they've got a bit of a relationship to work out, but hopefully the awesome video games that they both enjoy will help them out quite a bit with that. So this, you guys, right here, it's the new gaming system. I haven't even used it yet. I don't even know how it works, but it's the most expensive gaming system that was available. Ash had to sell his big giant TV because it wouldn't fit in the apartment, which was kind of hilarious. He had to sell his big giant TV that he used to have that we got from the movie stuff pack, but he got the next best TV that we could possibly fit in here. And down here on the sideboard, you can see little bits of metal because Ash does have the collector trait. So you can kind of see just things that he's kind of picked up from here and there, little collectibles, still in like mint condition, frames and everything like that. There's a little My Sims game hiding back there, comic books on the ground, posters, mint condition posters dedicated to all of their favorite video games. All these posters that you see are actually brand new, and they have been added in with City Living over there. You can see how easy the movie stuff pack stuff especially just blends in beautifully with the City Living aura, if you ask me. I really, really love it. And we've got a beautiful new rug. This comes with City Living too. We've got, I mean, look at all the things. Everything is just starting to tie together. I'm really amazed with how diverse, oh my gosh, look at this view, with how diverse the expansion packs are. It's always interesting to see how they can kind of blend together pretty smoothly. But we've got a nice little kitchen. We put up a bunch of these little air plants because Colette's trying to think of, you know, just keeping that healthier vibe. She's kind of got just a mild little hippie vibe going on with herself. And then over here, they're trying to sort of learn how to cook. So they're making efforts that way, especially with the Spice Festival in town. So we've got some little decor food. This is actually downloaded mod food. So no, it doesn't come in City Living. A lot of the stuff that we're going to look at does though. A little coffee pot, just because it's always good to have a little pot of coffee. And then we'll head on in to Ash's room actually. So you guys can see how his office is going, if you could really call it an office. It's very small. More mint condition posters, some of his stickers, his posters of some of his favorite crushes from his favorite animes and his favorite video games that he's got sprinkled around, his mint condition My Sims who seem to be like jammed into the ceiling. We won't worry about that. We'll fix that later. And this is actually another one of Ash's big goals for being in the city too, is going to the flea markets and seeing if he can snag a complete collection of perfect My Sims. And in the future, I am actually thinking about making a My Sim cafe. You guys know how there's maid cafes and cat cafes? Well, I really want to make a cafe where the people who work there are the way the different My Sims would behave. So we would have all of like the really kind of kind, friendly My Sim group be one club that would meet there. So when you would go to that club, you might run into them. And we'd have all of the mischievous ones be another club who would meet there. So when you go to the cafe, you would run into them. So yeah, My Sim Cafe is something we'll be working on in the future. And down here, you can see Ash keeps his favorite My Sim. He may or may not model a bit of his life, if you can't tell off of a Chaz there. But he keeps his favorite My Sim on the desk with this amazing view that he has to look at while he works. I think that's so inspirational. And he's got a fantastic computer to help him out. And actually, oh, and he's also got this little bit over here. This gives a really cool boost aura to help him gain more programming skills, more video game skills. This is a brand new computer and it's pretty awesome, actually. If I remember the specs correctly, it's pretty up there for what it can offer. So let's look at the immersive bend. That's the extreme. All right, yes, the immersive bend, high-end computer that can consume you. Let it wrap around you and comfort you with its warm screen. Oh, warm. Don't get too comfortable. You still have work to do. So it has 8 fun, 8 reliability, video game, programming, comedy, and writing skill available. Pretty awesome. And the computer, the view, and the fact that this apartment happens to have fast internet are some of the key reasons that they actually chose this apartment. Fun fact, when I first picked this apartment, it only had this trait, which you can't change, called lively neighbors. The neighbors live life to the max. There's often a party going on, which I imagine means that sometimes it gets really noisy in some of the other apartments. Totally fine by me. And I think that, you know, Ash and Colette wouldn't be opposed to that. The fast internet is something that's really going to help him with his programming and video game skills. So that will really be a big benefit for having that as a lot trait. And then we also added Quake Zone to keep things a little bit interesting. There's a minor trimmer here, probably nothing to worry about. But when I was looking at apartments, one of the other traits that really kind of leapt out at me, and I would have loved to try it out sometime, and we definitely will try it out in the future, is this gnome trait where broken things just seem to get mended overnight. It's as though kindly gnomes watch over this place. And I think his sister Holly, who lives out in the Wittenberg countryside, is definitely going to have that trait. The gremlins trait, which looked kind of amazing. That's where stuff breaks a lot and everything just seems to be going like ridiculous. There's a cursed place where lots of things seem to go wrong. There's haunted traits. There's party place, filthy, grody, where Sims just tend to get sick or nauseous pretty often. Chef's kitchen, where food just tastes better all the time. Sunny aspect, where it's beautiful scenery. I mean, I know you guys have seen this since the patch added all of these in, but I'm so in love with them. It's just amazing. And the penny pixies, that seemed like it would just be really, really fun to play with. So one day we'll play with more of those. But for now, I'm very happy with the fast internet, and I'm really looking forward to what a Quake Zone effect might happen to have. So that is how Ash is doing. His goals, like I said, are gathering up more My Sims, especially if he can manage to go to the flea market in order to do that and snag them really cheap, and going up the ranks in his technology job so that hopefully he can really make his name as a video game programmer, and he can really, really kind of make an impact on the city. That's his big hope, is he's going to come here and he's really going to have a big impact. And he also wants to go to GeekCon when GeekCon sets up. And I have no idea how the festival's set up. Is that Holly? Oh my gosh, it's Holly! She's here busking on her violin. That's hilarious. She is a famous violinist from Wittenberg and also Ash's twin sister. Wow, we'll have him go out and say hello to her before he has to leave for work, because that's pretty hilarious. He's finishing up a mod for Sims Forever right now. But yeah, so they moved here primarily for the fast internet and the great view, and to give Ash a chance to really try to make it in life. And Colette actually moved here to be with Ash, and you can see her touch in the bedroom here. So we'll just take a quick look at the bedroom too, and then I have to show you guys the surprise in the bathroom because I couldn't resist. But this is Colette's touch, and she's actually changed quite a bit. You guys may remember her as a big tomboy. You may remember that she really didn't have a lot that we knew about her other than the fact that she was very, very patient with Ash. She had like this really friendly atmosphere and aura. We'll have her wake up, and then I'll have her, look, you can practice singing. Oh my goodness, form groups. She's tense. Why is she tense? No political cause chosen. Sims in the political career without a cause feel stressed. Choose a cause. And we'll do that for Colette in just a second. I'm going to tell you guys about the fact that she is now in the political career in just a moment. But we're going to change her into her outfit really quickly. She's got a lot of really awesome outfits actually, but we're just going to go with her casual outfit. And we'll have her go ahead and pick a cause in just a second. But here's Colette. Work for Colette starts in an hour. What would you like to do? Oh my gosh, what is this? Go to work, work from home, take pay or part-time off. I think we'll have her work from home today because we still have to choose a cause to support and get confident. So on to Colette in just a second here, because that's kind of jumping ahead of the game. Oh, and then also we have the computer whiz aspiration for Ash. But Colette, so as you can see, despite her scowl, she has changed quite a bit. Let me try to get her in better lighting so that she's not in the room. We actually made the bedroom a little bit more dim on purpose so that it can be kind of a relaxing little retreat. I think Colette is actually taking moving to the big city a little bit harder, and so she's trying to just adjust as she can, making these little little secluded places. She does like the big city, and she's really excited to be part of a cause. But I think right now Colette is looking out at all of this abundance of wealth and money and thinking about the fact that there are Sims out there in need. And what are they doing buying expensive origami statues? Is that, oh my goodness, look, it's one of the living statues, a teen. Interesting. But what are they doing? Like, spending their money frivolously on all of this fancy fashion stuff. And there's Sims out there who really could use help in life, and she's more focused on that. Well, Colette has a lot of ulterior motives about that, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Let me go ahead and get her out so you guys can see her. There we go. But other than her scowl, which hopefully, there we go, that's better, Colette. Other than her scowl, she is still the adorable Colette that you guys may remember. So yes, especially now that she has been with Ash for a little while, they're trying to sort of make their relationship work. At least she is from her perspective, but she still has a very happy geek side to herself. And that's really her like primary way that she would identify herself for now. She's got some freckles that have shown up. She's let her hair grow out a little bit. This is a really cute little hairdo that actually came with City Living. These are actually custom content kitty earrings that I thought would be perfect for being able to show off. And just her geek side is still right there, and she has no problem wearing it out in the open. And then she's got her usual really cool outfit on. So yeah, Colette's really happy in her own way to be here with Ash. She's nervous about the move. She's not really sure where she fits into all of this, but she's actually going to start running with crowds who are a little bit more politically motivated, who are going to be leading a few protests, who are going to be spray painting a few walls. And that's because Colette, she kind of doesn't think that it's fair that, you know, there's all of this abundance of luxury for the rich. And what about her? She wants some of that luxury. And that's kind of more her pull. It's not so much that she's coming from a place of goodness and wanting to make good change in the world like Pine Green is. It's more that she kind of wants some of the things that those who are holding, you know, more riches or just more resources seem to have. So I actually gave her the kleptomaniac trait. So she's going to be borrowing things, and she can actually become tense when she doesn't swipe anything after a while. So I think that's going to make visiting all of the different Sims in this world very interesting. She might start making friends just so she can scope out their apartments. She might not feel very bad for taking from the rich if it means she can offer it to the poor if she happens to be an activist. So Colette's working from home today, which means we need to choose a cause to support and get confident. So those are our home assignments for the day. And she is now a politician, or she's in the political career, and I plan on taking her down the charity organization branch. And hopefully she won't be a corrupt charity organization runner, but we'll have to see. She does have the new trait. It's not new now, but it's a new trait for her because she's kind of going through some life changes right now, of being a kleptomaniac instead of being childish like she used to be. She's still gregarious, which means she builds relationships pretty quickly. And she's also a vegetarian. So she has become a vegetarian. I'm so excited to see this trait come back. Personally, you guys know I'm vegan, so it's going to be really fun to do this. But then last night I sent her down for egg rolls, and apparently egg rolls have meat in them in some world. And they do in real life too. But I forget that because I just have summer rolls full of vegetables so often. So she was so uncomfortable. She threw the food on the ground and just got like uncomfy, and she complained about the food to Ash, and it was really interesting. So having her be a vegetarian is going to be pretty fun. And of course, she is still a geek and loves doing geeky things. And her new aspiration is going to be leader of the pack. And what we're going to do is we are actually going to build a club around her activist friends, and we may even build another club or build that club into a bunch of kleptomaniac Sims, and we'll have to see if they get into different bits of trouble, kind of swiping things. Maybe even one day Colette could try to lead a heist at the art museum. Dun dun dun. So we'll have to see what happens with Colette. I really think, oh, is that their neighbor? I really think things could get a little bit out of hand with her, but she does want to pick a cause and really fight for that cause. And I also want to try to have her be a pen pal. Really just sort of, she's very social. If it wasn't going to be the political thing, she would probably be a social media sort of person. So we'll have to see where we can go with that. Oh, and I wonder if we get like different awards for being a politician. That'll be interesting to see. But yes, so that is the basics of their house, and just one room left to show you, and that is the bathroom. And yes, I did it. I got the talking toilet. Why? Because we had the money slash, in my imagination, they have a bit of an eccentric landlord who we will eventually hopefully be able to meet, because I hear that's a big part of it, where you get to meet with the landlords and do all of those things. And the landlord will, he really thought, or she, I don't know who the land person is, like the landlord is just yet, but they really thought, you know, these young people, I need to attract like good people to move into my apartment. They want the fancy things. They want that technology. So that's where the putting down of like the super fast internet speed lines and putting in some new technology came in. Maybe not the kitchen. The landlord probably thought that was a little excessive when there's so much delicious food to be had right outside the front door. But the bathroom has the latest in sim technology. It has a brand new shower. It has the talking toilet. It has a lovely light. It's got a fantastic sink that came with City Living. And you guys, this shower, you can actually jump in it, and when you're inside of the shower, it helps. I saw that. It was amazing. It was amazing. And there's so much stuff to dig through. We'll probably have episodes just dedicated to looking through all of the new items because it's so cool. So there you go. The Plink shower with a natural wood floor. This simple shower is perfect for any rustic apartment. Hygiene 6, stress relief 1, discomfort relief 1, reliability 3, plus singing skill. How hilarious is that? I burst out laughing. I had to have it. And that is the origins of why we ended up saying that the landlord here wanted Potty Mouth 2.0. The latest in talking toilets. Potty Mouth 2.0 is the king of porcelain thrones. With high-tech upgrades, this piece of technology brings the utmost comfort when needing relief or just needing someone to bounce ideas off of. Lay it on the conversational commode. You may find you like him more than your best friend. So it's bladder 10, comfort 5, reliability 8. And I don't know how my Sims are going to feel about everything. And there's the critical throne. I didn't see that one. It comes with the art critic. What? Oh my gosh, that's the level 10 art critic reward. Of the expansion pack, which I thought were pretty hilarious. And it does look like we have a very hungry Colette. So thank you guys for your patience while we toured the house. We'll go ahead and get a little bit of action going on. I think that Colette knows that Ash is busy when he's locked in doing his programming. He doesn't really, he doesn't really chit chat. And we do want her to be able to find a cause to support very soon. She's feeling kind of tense about that. But let's let her go down and maybe see the town a little bit more. Maybe come over and she can buy some produce. So we'll have her go downstairs. I actually am, oh, and there's her neighbor. I'm actually a big fan. Oh, is she taking, there's a little trash thingy. So that's where they put the trash out. So Penny Pizzazz. And that is going to be their neighbor. I have a feeling Colette could probably become really good friends with her. So that'll be fun. And whoo, Colette's already down here. What? Where are you, Colette? And she's feeling tense again because she's like, look at all of this. So much abundance of wealth everywhere. Oh my goodness, there's cherries. I think Colette probably likes cherries. So we'll grab a couple cherries. There's onions. Oh, there's strawberries. I bet she likes strawberries. So we'll get a few of those. Pomegranates, couple plantains. I'm going to call them bananas. And then we'll grab a few tomatoes because I think Colette does want to learn how to make, oops, that's another pomegranate. I think Colette wants to learn how to make some spicy meals or like some pastas and things like that. So we'll get some things I think might help. I don't know if you'd put a carrot in a pasta, but we'll grab a few of those and some apples because she's definitely big into being her vegetarian self right now. Oh my gosh, Colette, I totally forgot how deep her voice is. It's hilarious. Yes, all right. So we snagged some absolutely delicious produce and we'll have Colette go ahead and enjoy eating. Where's those cherries? Are these cherries? We'll have her go ahead and eat some cherries. Like right in front of the woman. Oh my gosh, she's like, yes, they're delicious. Don't you just love them? And maybe Colette will be thinking about like how they should set up a community garden. I think she does want to be like a nice person and she does want to see Sims really, taken care of, but really her jealousy is always there, kind of hiding under the surface. And that's kind of what pushes her into being a bit of a kleptomaniac. Oh my goodness. I wonder how much of this, will it tell you whether or not? I think you have to maybe try it once and then it'll tell you whether or not it's vegetarian. Are you still feeling tense? Oh, who's this? Hello, old lady. Should we say hello to you? I don't know if Colette would. Oh, she's still hungry. Phooey, I was really hoping that would do it. Man, all right. We'll have to get Colette some more food, but I think she's going to sit down and I think she's going to have to think about this. She definitely wants to have a cause to support in life, in the world. She doesn't even know. I don't think she's met Holly for a long time, so I don't think she'd recognize Holly. But Colette definitely wants to find a cause to support. And I think she's just really not feeling what she's seeing just yet. Oh my gosh, look, there's the living statue. Maybe we'll come over here and watch the living statue and maybe watch Holly. Maybe we'll feel better if we watch Holly for a second. That would be kind of hilarious. And then where are you going, Ash? So he's going to use, wait, can we like name this thing? Oh my gosh. Okay, so use, and question mark. Keep interacting with this object to learn its special functionality. Oh, so he's not just using the toilet. He's going to do something interesting with the toilet. You can converse with it. You can set its AI settings to be male or female voice. Okay. Hologram display is the news feed, but it could also be splashing or waterfalls or disco. The special effects, bidet, and the bidet show and a mood light. Okay. Ash, please. I apologize for the intrusion on your privacy, but for the sake of science, are you feeling kind of tense? Oh, apparently there was like a tremor. Huh? It just kind of showed up out of the blue. Well, come on, buddy. I'm trying to watch your girlfriend like look at the living statue. So please, again, apologies for interrupting your privacy. Okay, so I guess that's like the Simlish news feed. Pops up over his head while he sits here. And then he wants to converse with the toilet. We'll leave him to that. That seems like a technology sort of thing. And they're both tense on their first day of living in the city. They're going to have to learn to adjust to it. That sounds like what happens when you live in the city. All right, let's try waving. We're not going to flirt with a teenage living statue. And I think she's definitely, she's not that impressed. Okay. Oh, and Holly left. Holly's no longer busking. Oh, man. All right. You know what? I think she's still hungry. So Ash is going to go to work soon. So let's go ahead and we'll actually travel with Colette. Let's take her to maybe the Spice District. So let's go over to the Spice District. Maybe she's just not feeling at home yet in the city. Maybe it's because they're in the Fashion District. And maybe if we go over... maybe to the Spice. Let's go over to the Creative District, actually, the Arts Quarter. I think she might be more comfortable here. At the gallery. But let's see, the flea market is also over here. Well, let's try it out. We're just going to go all by ourselves. I don't know why everybody doesn't like a couple of those kids there. And we'll see what Colette thinks about being more her cup of tea. Oh, and speaking of which, I hear there's like a bazillion new amazing things of tea that you can get in city living too. So we'll take her over here. She can just have jumped on. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there's Holly again. Holly, do you want to come live in the big city? Is that what you're telling me? All right. And what do we have over here? Produce. There's actually like a tea person who's setting up. Oh my gosh. All right. So what do we have down here? Oh, wow. Look at this fountain. This is really cool. This is interesting. Okay. And there's a lot of buildings. Wow. There's a lot of statues. Oh, and there's somebody, there's things over here. This looks like somebody who we could potentially become friends with. So let's actually, I could see Colette wanting to come in. She's feeling super tense. I could see her wanting to do some spray painting. Is there anywhere else to do some spray painting? What is this? This is so cool. There's so many little spots where you can probably send your Sims, just like in Windenburg. Unexpected little spots, you can probably send them to do something. So let's see. Oh my gosh. I love how there's green plants everywhere. No, I don't think it's quite what she's looking for just yet. Oh, there's a big mural right there that we could work on if we wanted to. Oh, and it'll give me a second to sort of see them. So those are there, but I don't know. Is that what she's looking for? We'll send her over to Spice District just really quickly. And we'll see which area Colette kind of feels a little bit more comfortable in. Kind of understand that life can be a little bit rougher now and then, and that, you know, you kind of have to push and fight for what you're after. Maybe this will be where she feels the most comfortable. The Wayside Warbler. I think this looks like a Colette sort of place to hang out. Here we go. Now we're talking, you guys. Now we're talking. I could see her very happy over here. I really hope some cool murals that she could work with. There's a beautiful fountain over here that she can toss coins in. There's a basketball court. I could see Ash coming to hang out here quite a bit too. So hopefully Colette, what's over here? Oh, it's a little karaoke room. Aw. Yeah, I could see Colette coming to hang out here quite often too. And it looks like somebody has already painted some awesome graffiti right there. And there's even actual graffiti down on the sidewalks. Okay, and is there food here? Can she finally get some food? Let's see. Order food? Maybe, but I don't know if any of it's vegetarian. We're going to have to learn so much. Congrats on landing that sweet job. I think this is going to be great for you. And look at this. Okay, so she's starting to feel a little bit better because the environment is well decorated. I would say Colette likes it here. There's a mixologist here. She can do a friendly introduction really quickly. And then we'll be sure to come in and I will add in some more of like the spray painting murals because I definitely think this is a place where people wouldn't mind if someone just wanted to start doing a little bit of spray painting. So, all right, Colette, we'll let you get settled. And then what I think we're going to do is next time we are actually going to work with Colette on helping her to pick a cause to support and helping her to begin to feel a little bit more confident about living here in the city. And I think it's going to start with coming and visiting the Spice District and just seeing what it has to offer over time too. So I wonder if we're going to see any of the little pop-up festivals. Oh my gosh, and everybody walks around with these fancy cupcakes that I think they get from up at the really like high hoity-toity district. So yeah, we'll be putting some things down and having a good time. All right. So we're here, you guys. Oh, look right there. Yes, there's one of them. Yes, we can paint some murals. I think that's going to make her feel a lot better too. So we'll get to painting some murals and we will make some new friends next time we come back here in City Living. And I am so excited to share all of it with you guys. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.